reasons why I would never go on a cruise ship again, and I would never recommend it to anyone. On the back of the Amy Bradley documentary, I have been desperate to talk about this and our experience from when we went. And we actually went on the same route as Amy Bradley did, and we went with Norwegian Cruise Lines. We were on the boat for 10 days in total, and strangely enough, my favourite place was Curacao, which is not anymore, obviously, after watching the documentary. But yeah, here goes the full story. So I'm just going to go through this so fast because I recorded this and I didn't record properly, and I'm having to say it again, so I'm just going to say it so to the point. First night, we thought we would just see everything. We went to the nightclub, and there was like pretty busy. Wasn't that late though, it was probably like 11 o'clock, and there was people all around like the dance floor, people all around like the outside sitting in booths, and we thought we'll just sit in the booth, people watch. And straight away, guy come up to us and said, giving it all the chat, like, "Yous are gorgeous, blah, blah, blah," and then said, "Do yous want a third?" And we were like, "What?" And then asked us again, "Do yous want a third?" We were like, "No thanks, like, bye." Then he walked away, we watched him, and he was away talking to another group of people. Then he came back up again, asked me if I like women, asked William if I like men. We were just like, "No, can you please leave us alone?" We noticed a woman that we seen with a guy during the day, which was clearly her husband. She was by herself, and she was grinding up on loads of men, trying to get their attention, you know, acting a bit crazy. We were a bit like, Jesus. And then all of a sudden, we see our husband come in, and the man that she'd picked for the night, they all went arm in arm out together, and obviously were having their third. It's not that we were judging, there was an element of people, if you're into what you're into, then that's fine, but then there was the element of it not being okay and just predator's paradise, which I'll get into at the end. And then following on other nights, then we had a woman, excuse me, then we had a woman call our room, and you need to have the specific room number to call the room, which fair enough, mistakes happen. However, I had said to her, you know, "Who is this? I think you have the wrong room." And she continued to want to talk and had a very sexual voice, which I just hung up. I was like, nope, not. At night, we would be sitting on our balcony ourselves, and it would be like probably edging on to like the little hours in the morning, and you would see, you know, people arm in arm with each other and groups and stuff like that, and going off to their rooms, and just like people watching. You would see things like that quite a lot. And also from our balcony, there was ones above us, and you would hear all like late at night and things like that, people shouting to their balconies. And it's not that they were friends, it's that they were trying to arrange hookups. So this last part is just where it just gets bad. So at night, they would put on loads of different entertainment and loads of different spaces. Everyone gets really dressed up. I had on like a bralette top that kind of opened like this, strappy, and went right round, and then kind of had wee frilly bits, and then just a skirt. We found an area that we wanted to sit in. It was really busy. There was a live singer on, and where we managed to sit, it was me, then William next to me, and then like a small table, and then like another couple in front, obviously in their 50s, but we were like facing each other. This man was staring at me so uncomfortably. It was, you know, as women it's not right, but you know, like when men look, men glance, we've all been there. This was something different. This was a whole other level. I felt so uncomfortable in my skin. It was just really, just like gives you that horrible feeling inside. His missus was rubbing his hand, totally aware of what was going on while he was doing it. And I began to look at him to let him know, I can see you, you're making me feel uncomfortable. And it got to the point where I was literally staring him out, like, and I didn't want to make a scene, and I didn't want to say to William that, and then he would kick off, and you know how it goes. So then William noticed for himself as this man went to try and look under the table to look up my skirt. He said to him straight away and called him out for it. He then proceeded to say, "Oh, get over yourself, you think you're it," to me, which was just crazy. And there was so many people around us. So then I said, "Hold on a minute, we are actually being very respectful here. I have subtly tried to let you know that you are making me feel highly uncomfortable. You can see it as his missus, and you're rubbing his hand and enabling this behaviour, and he is creeping on me." I knew to sort of deny it, so did she. Then William had a few more sort of stern words and told him he needs to get up and walk away, which he did. However, the people around the room next to us were sort of given the vibe as if they thought we were the problem. We weren't aggressive in any sort of way. William was just very stern in what he said, as he should have been, and I was very respectful in how I worded it also. So we just continued our night, didn't move, just sat there and enjoyed the rest of our night, didn't worry about it. Then once the live music started to end and the place started clearing out, this young girl, I would say that was our age, which there was few and far between people our age, it was all older couples, that couple's like age range. She came up to us and said, I just need to let you know that you were so right in your reaction, and I seen that the whole time that he was doing it, even before we seen it, and she said that was the complete right reaction, and it was just disgusting how he was looking at me. It also made us realise as well how obvious it was, because this girl was like, I would say, a good couple of seats away from us, and for her to see it, everyone else must have seen it and no one said anything. Everyone was fine with it. It was as if, well, you're the problem for calling it out, let them do that too. This needs to be a part 2. That next story is just horrific, but I can't fit all this into the video.